On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Played a role in order for you to win a championship. You can have a whole bunch of superstars, but they don't fit and they don't, you know what I'm saying? They can't win a championship because you need the right player to play the right role. I'll give you another example. A lot of people don't give Chris Bosh all of his flowers. But before Chris Bosh came to the Heat, he was literally putting up a walking double-double. He was a monster. Kevin Love. He was over there on the Timberwolves, literally considered one of the best people in the NBA. He was a walking machine. He was a double-double, and he was a great three-point shooter. But in order for them to win over in Cleveland, he had to play third fiddle to Kyrie Irving and LeBron James.
Just to add to that point, by the way, I know you spoke about, is it Sha'Carri, Richardson? Ego will stop you from allowing your trainer to direct you and listening to the nutritional advice because you feel like you know better. So even though it's a single person sport, the ego can still drive you to feel like you don't have to listen to anyone for your own development.
I'm just saying that's an ego. I'm just saying.
Was being serious, Logic.
No, I'm being serious.
I'm getting hot
because wait.
I'm being serious. Why you got? I'm just saying that. No, I'm really being serious. I'm not. It's not a joke. Man. I'm just saying. If you Pippen, right? Why you can't be Luke Longley? Why you can't be somebody else? Right?
Man is full of shit.
No,
let me answer this.
Y'all don't let.
Let me answer this for him. Let me answer this for him, and let me answer this also for any young blood in the chat. That question is a good question, but I think you just stuck on the names.
I'm not being fucking Luke Longley. I don't care what y'all say.
When I said what I said,
of all the people that you can pick on that squad, I'm not fucking being Luke Longley. That's for sure.
So when I spoke to JR and I said that to him in terms of my commitment to the vision of what he was building, he understood exactly what I said. And if it needed to be Sherman Douglas, I could be Sherman Douglas.
No, not Sherman.
Oh no, in high school that was my. No, Sherman Douglas was my guy.
Really? Do you understand? Do you understand my point? I was trying to make though.
No, because I think you're saying in terms of the name, what I focused on. And
I'm not.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me finish, Logic. My point being is whatever you need me to do to support the vision, that's what I'm here for.
We understand what you're saying, Labril. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, he's not talking about the name. He's support.
That requires me to relinquish ego, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of guys don't have that because they want to be top billing, right? They want to be Jordan, or they want to be Pippen, or they want to be Rodman. I don't have a problem with being B.J. Armstrong. I don't have a problem being Steve Kerr or John Paxson.
Yeah, I understand that, but I will say that sometimes, like if you look at Kobe's mentality, like Kobe had to be Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like
definitely some ego there.
You know what I'm saying? No Quest, like I don't know.
But this one, this reason. I just want to clarify one thing though: is Pippen was still a man, even though Pippen still played his part. Later on in his Pippen career, he regretted everything he did. He regretted by having that lack of ego. If you listen to Pippen, he tell you he regretted that.
No, yes. What I hear from Pippen today is he jealous of Jordan.
No, but I'm saying he regretted. If you look at it, he regretted. If you look at the comments that he was making, and I don't want to make it by basketball, but it was a good analogy that really had used. But he regretted that. Like I'm just saying, like everybody should be strive to the ego gonna play it. You know what I'm saying? You will naturally play your part. The thing is, Pippen was naturally number 2 because it was a better number 1 option. B.J. Armstrong naturally stayed outside the paint because he had to play his role. So I'm saying, playing that role, you still gonna have egos. That's gonna push you to be the best in that position.
I don't know. I think Caleb put it in the back, but when you talk about ego, it's an over exaggeration of yourself.
Hey, look, Courtney, we know each other better than that. Why'd you say
that's how you, Kayla? Oh, I'm sorry.
I never thought it would be you, Courtney.
Yeah,
that would make
sense. Called Kay. Your name's too familiar. Kay, you know who you is. But it's an over exaggeration of what you think of yourself. So if Pippen was egotistical, he would have thought that he was much better than playing his support role. Then no, I
He
could be
did.
important.
He actually did, though. That's the cue. And that he was proved. The only reason that he fell back into place was that he was proved wrong when Jordan retired.
And that's what we call a shot to your ego, is when you get a reality check.
That's a lie. Pippen was not proven wrong. Pippen was one of the elite scorers when Jordan retired. Hey, and I'm telling you, Pippen was an elite scorer. He was an elite defender. He was elite. He was elite.
You're missing what I'm saying. His ego is one of the reasons why he wouldn't check back into the game when Phil Jackson drew up a play for Tony Kukoc. His ego caused him not to continue to playing team ball because he actually felt like he was the man and everybody else didn't look at him that way. Even no matter how elite he was, he felt like he deserved more. It's the reason why Kyrie Irving left LeBron, even though LeBron is the one that got Kyrie Irving his accolades, as far as Kyrie Irving before LeBron came was in last place and had never won anything prior to him. But then later he admitted, yo, I'm the one that broke up that Cleveland Cavaliers team and won my own team because I thought that I was Kobe and I was getting mentored by Kobe and I wasn't listening to LeBron. Right? Ego is LeBron saying that, yo, I don't have to necessarily take the last shot, even though I'm highlighted as the king. Right? Ego is Dwayne Wade saying, you know what, LeBron, this is your team, because in order for us to succeed as the Miami Heat, I'm gonna have to play number 2, even though I'm the one that already got a championship. Right? That's what I'm talking about when it comes to sacrifice, making sure that we make the right moves in order to ensure that we win as a group. It's not about who the most elite. It's about how many championships can we win.
Yeah. You had a show, Anton, with the track star Sha'Carri Richardson. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Would you not say that she was ego driven?
Yeah.
Well, the only reason
I think that's different because that's an individual sport.
Yeah.
You know, that's a sport where you gotta compete on an individual level. But I think that on a team sport, everybody got to play their role in order for you to win a championship. You can have a whole bunch of superstars, but they don't fit and they don't, you know what I'm saying? They can't win a championship because you need the right player to play the right role. I'll give you another example. A lot of people don't give Chris Bosh all of his flowers. But before Chris Bosh came to the Heat, he was literally putting up a walking double-double. He was a monster. Kevin Love, he was over there on the Timberwolves, literally considered one of the best people in the NBA. He was a walking machine. He was a double-double, and he was a great three-point shooter. But in order for them to win over in Cleveland, he had to play third fiddle to Kyrie Irving and LeBron James.
Just to add to that point, by the way, I know you spoke about, is it Sha'Carri Richardson? Ego will stop you from allowing your trainer to direct you and listening to the nutritional advice because you feel like you know better. So even though it's a single person sport, the ego can still drive you to feel like you don't have to listen to anyone for your own development.